హలో జిరబల్లి
ఇట్లా పెట్టరా.
Okay. Hi, good evening, everyone.
గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ సార్.
Good evening,
Yeah.
sir.
Good evening. So,
గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ సార్.
good evening also. Yeah, this is going to the very first class. I would like to wish you all very good luck for this course for all of you. So, without wasting our time, we'll start the session. Hope my presentation is visible and I'm audible very clearly. So, anybody confirm? I'm keeping it in presentation mode so that you'll see it properly in mobile
Okay.
device.
Visible. Yeah. Audible.
Okay, great. A small disclaimer. So I request everybody, please be on mute. Unless until you're not having any question to ask. So if you have a question, you can happily unmute yourself and you can ask me, you can stop me in between any time. Okay, thank you.
ఓకే సార్.
Yeah, so today we are starting with the IS 101, which is Safety, Health and Environmental Management paper. This is the first paper in this course. So today we starts with management principles. Okay. So if you see a management, what do you mean by management? Any opinions? What is your understanding about management? Nothing wrong. Any answer, it is fine. Randomly you can guess also.
Group of people coordinating at single location.
Group of people coordinating in a single location. Okay. Any other guess?
Managing with available resources and manpower.
Okay. Managing the resources. One resource is manpower. Very good. Okay, fine. No worries. So basically the management, the word itself, the management skills, leadership skills, the management. So basically the management, it oversees the complete requirements of the organization towards achieving of the common goals. So what will be the management goals? Basically the management goal or every management goal or the top management goal will be, they should be in profitable. They should get good profits. So how they will get good profits? They have to oversee everything, not only on the production. They have to concentrate on quality. They have to concentrate on delivery. They have to concentrate on their manpower, skilled manpower. They have to concentrate on their safety, and they have to concentrate on their target dates. So if they coordinate and they can effectively oversee all these things, they will be definitely in the profits. Okay. Now we'll get into the concept. So what exactly it is. So if you see a management, it is simply, it is a coordination of all the resources. One of our friend mentioned managing of resources and human resource. So if you see a resource, so what are the resources we need in an organization? How many types of resources we need in an organization to, to take the company forward or to do a production or to create a product or any item?
Raw materials, plant machinery, processes, manpower, and systems.
To meet the customer's requirement with quality and quantitative.
Okay, fine. Okay, great. So if you see resources, there are many. Already most of the things are covered. So man, a mission, material, methods. So all these are the broadly categorized resources and human being. So man is one of human being, machines, methods, then material. So methods will be everything. It will comes in procedures, whatever the research documents, whatever you have, theoretical data, whatever it is there, it will fall under methods, and even work instructions, SOPs, etc. So what the management do is it does in a coordination of all the resources through the process of planning, organizing, directing, controlling in order to attain the stated goals. These are the four major functions of a management. So planning is the one of the key function. Function is nothing but the duty or responsibility, accountability, or the activity, day-to-day responsibility, whatever it is mean. Then organizing, then directing and controlling. So planning basically talks about how a management is planning for an expansion or how they are going to plan a production target, 100 tons or 2000 tons or 10,000 tons. Then they will organize the departments, or they will organize the manpower. They will organize the resources required. They will organize the financials required. And they will organize the infrastructure required for the manpower to perform an activity. Then directing. So they will be act as a leader. They will direct how to go ahead. Basically in the review meetings or monthly calls or quarterly calls or half-yearly calls or annual calls. Then they will also control the cost cutting wherever it is required, cost cutting. And in case of any deviations happens, so they will try to control the processes also. This is basically management is a coordination of all the resources through a process of planning, organizing, directing, controlling in order to attain stated goals. The stated goal is definitely the organization should be in a profit. So if you see another definition, it will also say more or less, no much difference, which is done by Henry. Now, if you see the characteristics of a management, I'm sorry, I'll take this bit down. Okay, if you see the characteristics, so how the management should be. So it is basically a group of people and also the functions both. So group of people in the sense, all the departments people will also be a part of this management. I mean, management is nothing but not only board members and even senior manager levels or manager and above, they will be called as a management. It is a group of people with the different levels depending on responsibilities and a group of functions like planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling, reporting, budgeting, motivating, coordinating, etc., etc. And it is also an executive function. So it is not that only it sees overseas. So somebody there to take forward whatever the planning which we have done to execute that activities. And it is a technique by which the objectives are predetermined and also obtained by the methods required. So whatever the goals which are determined, they use various techniques to achieve those goals. And it is also dynamic. It always changes. It is not a static function. So it always changes because it changes with time, need, objectives, and also challenges of business to be successful at all the times. It can't be static because the management always states, even we used to see in the global market, if the CEOs changes, they will even share markets also, it will go up and down. So it is needed change in the sense, maybe it depends on time. During the times, he is not performing, the company CEO. So then they may look for, board members may look for another CEO who can drive the company in a profitable side. So they will change, even sometimes based on the objectives. The existing top management or who is the key accountable person, he is not able to attain the company's goals. There may be also, there is a chance of change of management. And it is a leadership. So what is the difference between a leader and a boss? I know it is a basic question. So any guess, difference between leader and boss? Yeah.
Yeah, leader is who inspires.
Leader is who inspires. Okay, very good.
To achieve the common goals.
Okay, fine.
Who motivates.
Oh, great. Okay, motivation, yes. From others? Shabir, yeah.
Yeah, leader is having the quality to take the pupil or his team member to achieve this goal in a unanimously mode. But the boss is having only, it will give the command or something instruction to do this. He wants only results. So it is like a bossism.
Okay. So leader takes the opinion of the people and he will go with the opinions among those opinions, he will choose the best one, which will give the better result, and he will go with that. Boss always says that whatever he thinks right, he always commands to execute that plan. Okay, good. Any other answers?
Boss is always right, but leader may not.
Good. Boss is always right. Leader is not always right.
He gives the liberty to decide whether it is right or wrong.
Okay, great. So boss thinks that, or the people have tendency that boss is always right. Maybe the various factors, maybe basically a fear factor. Due to the fear factor, always we say that the boss is right due to various circumstances or various different conditions. And the leader, basically what happens is he motivates the people. He will take the accountability of the mistakes. Basically, what does it happens? But boss always take an opportunity to get the gains which is came out of the hard work of the team. Or the leader always take the accountability of the mistakes of the team and the gains which we will push to the team. That is also one critical factor we have to think about leader. So everybody always wants a leader to be a boss, but it will not happen always. So a manager acts as a leader of groups and creates environment for the followers and get the work done through them, but therefore it is a leadership function. So manager is nothing but a person who is coordinating, not only a manager, everybody, maybe a certain supervisor level from the floor engineer level who have a team of reporting people. So for everybody, they should act as a leader. Then it is the decision making. So always, yes, hence they are in a management level who oversees the overall performance of the organization. Definitely, they are the people who take the decision. All the managers have to decision with utmost care using the data and analysis to obtain the results. Without decision, management is not possible. It is true. So if you're not taking decision, we can't manage anything. For example, the incidents are happening. So many incidents are happening, but we are not taking any action on it. For example, 10-15 first aid injuries have been happened. So discussion are going on. There is an investigation committee. They have investigated the accidents and they thought a few corrective and preventive actions. But by the next committee meeting, it doesn't work out. They have not implemented anything due to various constraints, maybe practical implementation issues or financial issues or some resources deficiency, whatever the reason. So now the management has to take a call. So why it has not happened? They should give an ultimatum to finish it. If the management is not focusing or the management is not taking decision on that defeat in the sense we have not implemented those actions in place, then only the things works. Otherwise, people get dilute. And it is a continuous process. So as we've seen, it is a continuous process. Yes, always they used to review the performances and also till the achieving of their goals. Even once they achieve the goals also, still it is a continuous process. They will aim for a further goal. Now we'll see what are the few elements. It is nothing but functions as we seen in the first slide. So here there are to setting up an objectives. 1 second, please. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So one is the planning. That is the one of the function as I mentioned initially. There's a course of action to be taken to attain the objectives. Then we have organizing. That is also another function of management. It structures the staff and assigning specific responsibilities to different individuals and members. That is nothing but delegation and decentralization of power and authority. So here staffing and assigning specific responsibility in the sense, here the management will accommodate and creates various departments or functions to take the organization forward, and also they will define the specific responsibilities for the specific department as well as individuals. It is nothing but job description and KPIs. And directing and coordinating. So it's always depends on efforts and all the members working for the organization. So they will always instruct, I mean to say that suggestions to move forward. And controlling these activities of members through setting up a standard for performance, and it includes monitoring, evaluation, and objectives are achieved, and also follow-up of these objectives achieved. So controlling will focus on monitoring of the functions. What function? Maybe a PM, I mean maintenance. With respect to maintenance, we'll say the PM or annual maintenance, then accidental maintenance, and what will be the budget for the next year, maybe production targets, even quality, marketing strategies, everything they will monitor, and they will look after the objectives as well. Then one of the other element is motivating. So how they motivate, how the management will motivate the employees? Any guess? How an employee gets motivated?
With rewards.
Recognition,
Rewards.
award, recognition, awards.
Rewards and awards.
Okay, recognition and awards. Okay. Any other motivation?
Promotions, sir.
Promotion, appreciations. Okay. Okay, great. This is also one of the concept we are going to discuss.
Incentives.
Yes, incentives. Yes, incentives, very good. Incentives also, there are two types of incentives, financial, non-financial incentives. So with those two things also, the employee get motivated. Okay, great. Okay, then innovating to improve the objectives for the future. So innovative in the sense bringing the new technologies, new machineries into the process to improve the systems to achieve the future goals. Okay. So if we see here how a coordination will help on the management. So these are the various functions of the management. By coordinating all these functions, the management or the top management will aim for the stated objectives or the desired goals of the company. So how this management, where this management will accommodate, let me keep it up. Yeah. So if you see a top management, a middle management, supervisory management, so where they will accommodate and what are the activities they majorly focus on. As I mentioned, these are the various functions of the management. Top management focuses on these three things. Management focus on planning, organizing, and staffing, and some sort of middle management also focuses on these areas. In the supervisory management, in the shop floor, they focuses on directing more and controlling more. You got the concept? The top management and middle management majorly focuses on planning, organizing, staffing, comparatively directing and controlling. In the supervisory management, they focus on directing, controlling, comparing with other three functions: planning, organizing, and staffing. So it is nothing but a top management will have a broader level organization planning, then that will be broken down to the shop floor level. It is nothing but horizontal deployment, how it is broken down. Then the supervisory level, what they do, it is day-to-day activities, coordinating with the staff or the reportings or production staff. Then they look after the controlling also. Then the top management will oversee in a high level, not focusing on more until unless it is getting deviated in a worst case. Okay. These are the areas where the top management, middle management, and the supervisory management focuses on. Now we'll see the few principles of.
Sir, what will be do the middle management, sir?
No, here the middle management also focuses on only these three things only: planning and organizing and staffing. Top and middle management. You can see here a border, a black color thick line diagonally. This is the focus actually. If you can see this triangle, in this triangle, upper triangle, middle management and top management focuses on the three functions. One is in the planning and organizing and staffing. And
Sir,
supervisory
I don't know
management.
English, sir. Comfortable in Telugu, sir.
How many have this constraint? ఎంతమందికి ఈ ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది? ఓన్లీ తెలుగు.
సార్ నాకు ప్రాబ్లం అంటే అర్థమవుతుంది సార్, కొంచెం కొంచెం అర్థమవుతుంది సార్. అందుకే తెలుగు అయితే ఇంకా పూర్తిగా అర్థమవుతుంది సార్.
అగ్రి వాసు, మీ ప్రాబ్లం నాకు అర్థమైంది. బట్ అందరూ ఏంటంటే ఎక్కువ మంది ఇంగ్లీష్ ప్రిఫర్ చేస్తున్నారు. మీకు ఎక్కడైతే డౌట్ ఉందో నాకు చెప్పండి, నేను అక్కడ మీకు తెలుగులో ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను.
సరే సార్, ఓకే సార్. ఓకే సార్,
ఓకే కదా? ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
ఇంగ్లీష్ అంటే అర్థమవుతుంది సార్, అంటే కొంచెం అలాగా మేనేజ్
మీకు ఎక్కడ డౌట్ ఉంటే అక్కడ నన్ను ఆపేయండి, హ్యాపీగా నేను మీకు చెప్తాను.
ఓకే సార్. ఓకే సార్.
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
Okay. So supervisory level management, nothing but the ground level team, they focus on directing and controlling. It is not mean that, okay, top management will not see or will not look into these functions. Definitely it will see, but with a lesser focus. That is how it works. Good. So now we'll see a few management principles. So Henry Fayol, he has listed 14 principles of management. This is the one of the concept how a management should function to take the organization forward. So we will see those principles now. Okay, one is the division of work. So that is also one of the principle. So work for every person should be limited to a single leading function to do more and better work with the same effort. So here the thing is, we have to divide the work, should be limited to a single leading function to do more and better work with the same efforts. Otherwise, if you are giving multitask, what will happen? He will get frustrated and not even complete even single task. Then authority and responsibility. So this is also one of the principle. Both authority and responsibility, they should go hand in hand. What is the difference between both? Any guess? What is mean by authority and what is mean by responsibility?
Who has more responsibility will have authority, sir.
Okay, great. Any other guess?
Actually, authority and responsibility did not be with the same person. It will be like a different persons or different levels of management. When it coming to the execution of job, there will be a division of responsibility, but the overall completion or execution of certain jobs will lies with one or a group of authorized persons.
Okay, I think Kumar, you went on a approval kind of approach to take the approvals, right? I think you are answering in such idea. Am I correct?
Even in execution part also.
Yeah, execution part also.
Yeah.
Yeah, somehow you're correct. So basically what will happen, so if you say an authority and responsibility, if you say you are an authorized person, so if you are means you are authorized, you always definitely lies with some responsibility also. You are not only having authority, you will definitely have responsibility. And sometimes you will have a responsibility, you have to show some authority also. Being only responsible will not work until unless you are not having any power to author or power to give some instruction to your reporting people or the staff who works under you. So because that's why these two should go in hand. So there is definitely the authority levels will be there, it is a high level. But if you see these two functions, they'll go here hand in hand. Okay, then only these things works. So authority is the right to give orders and power to exact the obedience, and responsibility arises when authority is given. So as I mentioned, so whenever you have an authority, automatically you take the recipe of the responsibility also. And the responsibility implies an obligation to perform a duty or task it is in satisfactory manner. And the official authority is derived from the position one holds, while a personal authority is derived front or intelligence, experience, or knowledge one he holds. It is mean how he will get the authority. It is a personal authority, but responsibility is nothing but it is the day-to-day activities what we do on our day-to-day job. Then discipline, this is also one of the function. It is a basic one. Everybody knows what is mean by discipline. It is nothing but an obedience to agreement between the members and must prevail throughout an organization for its smooth functioning, and the clear understanding between the workers and management regarding their rules, regulations, orders, and the penalties is necessary. So if you see in safety, is it discipline is required to improve the safety culture in the company? Is it so
Yes, sir.
necessary? Any example? What is the link between discipline and safety?
సార్ డిసిప్లిన్ అండ్ సేఫ్టీ కొంచెం ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయరా తెలుగులో?
సో డిసిప్లిన్ సేఫ్టీకి ఉన్న రిలేషన్ ఏంటి? డిసిప్లిన్ సేఫ్టీకి అవసరమా? ఒకవేళ డిసిప్లిన్ లేకపోతే సేఫ్టీ ఇష్యూస్ ఏమైనా వస్తాయా?
డిసిప్లిన్ అవసరం లేదు సార్.
Discipline is the
అవసరం?
foundation for the safety, sir.
Okay, discipline is the foundation for the safety. Okay.
If I am committed to safety rules, no, sir, then definitely discipline is required.
Okay.
Work should be done with standard operating manner with proper PPEs and as per management given the guideline. That should be work in a disciplined manner.
Okay. Okay. Any other guess? Yes, Shabir.
Yeah, discipline is to follow the rules. Whatever the company or organization has made, you have to follow that rules. With
Yeah.
with the prime emphasis will be the safety in mind. So if you follow the rules and you will wear all the safety PPs and all these things, you will be in safe.
Great. Good. So simply discipline, it is nothing but the following the predetermined instructions, rules, or suggestions, whatever it is mean. So there are set of standards or instructions which are made for the safety. So you are binding to that. Whatever it is, you have to follow an SOP, you have to follow a works instruction, you have to follow in a method statements, you have to follow in a JSA, or you have to follow in a safety rules or maybe life-saving rules, whatever it is there. You are binding to those rules and regulations, then you are behaving accordingly. So you are a disciplined person. వాసు డిసిప్లిన్ అంటే ఏం లేదు. సో బేసిక్ ఏంటంటే ఏవైతే రూల్స్ అండ్ రెగ్యులేషన్స్ కంపెనీస్లో ఉంటాయో వాటన్నింటినీ ఫాలో అవుతూ మనం పని చేసుకుంటే మనం దాన్ని డిసిప్లిన్గా ఉన్నట్టు అంటాం.
ఓకే సార్. ఓకే సార్.
అంతే సింపుల్. యా. Then unity of command. So this is one of the most important principle actually in practical cases. Every employee should receive orders from one supervisor only. A dual command is a source of conflict and confusion. One group of workers should work under one supervisor only. How many of agree for this principle, unity of command? Is it true?
Yes, sir. It is true.
Great.
Sir, it's true.
Okay. Yeah. So great. We are in the same phase. Yeah. Unity of command plays very crucial role, especially in safety. Otherwise, what will happen? I'll give you a practical example. So when this unity of command works, for example, whenever we go to a field as a safety officer for issuing a work permit, so we went to the site. They are just doing the preparation for the activity. A safety officer observed some mismatches with respect to the permit. So in the permit, they said, yes, everything is right. Everything is pakka. Ek number. कुछ गड़बड़ कुछ नहीं है, जो चाहिए वो हम लोग पूरा रेडी कर दिया. बट ऑन द फील्ड those are some non-conformities. Then you went and there you said, do all these corrections, I'll come and I'll give the signature. By the time the production or the manager who is accountable that activity to finish, he is having the management pressure and he is commanding that the same worker who is performing activity, you do it, I'll take care of the safety. But the safety, he mentioned that you are not supposed to start the activity until unless I am signing that paper. So here, the unity of command makes conflict of the person. Either he can't execute or he can't wait for the safety officer also. So there, the things will come in. So that's why the management should make such an instruction that wherever a unity of command is very important. Even in the production also, maybe a manager says one thing, maybe a senior engineer says one thing, even supervisor says one activity. So that's why it should not have such conflicts. So if you say a group of people, all the group of people work under one supervisor. Not only supervisor, whatever the designation may be, engineer or manager, then they will not have any confusion on the activity what they are performing. Good. Then unity of direction. So this is also one of the principle. So there should be a one head and one plan for a group of activities having the same objective to ensure the unity and coordination in the management. So here also same example works. So we should not give multiple directions. We should not show a plan A, plan B, plan C all together in one shot. So they'll get confused. Okay, which plan I should follow? Definitely, we have to have only one plan, only one agenda or one goal to ensure the unity, and everybody should be binding to that. They should not have other plans in their minds. That's why we should have only unity of direction, only one plan and one direction and one objective. Subordination of individuals to the general interest. This is the one principle. The employee's personal interest should not be dominate the general, that is management interest. In case of conflict between such interest, the personal interest should be sacrificed. So anybody have done your personal interest? Anybody sacrificed for the sake of company? Definitely.
Every day we are doing, sir.
Presently also doing, sir.
Okay, great. Great. That is the nature. Once we are born as a human, we always sacrifice. Every day is a sacrifice for so many things. So here, if you see a sacrifice in the sense a personal interest, what is the personal interest for an employee? Any guess? Personal interest.
During the work hours, you will be using mobile or anything.
No. Those are very minor actually. those
don't follow the PPEs, sir.
Negligible. That is not an interest.
Don't using PPEs while working.
Any other answer? That is those are yes, but definitely yes. Lakshman Das.
Someone is interested in particular field, but management decided you want to go this field and you do this work, but they are not personally interested. But as per the management decision, he is sacrificed for that.
Okay, maybe department he's interested in quality, but the management is asked him to work in production. Okay, that is kind of one example. Yes.
Number of times people has given number of jobs, that is he has specialization in some field, but still he has given another work to do it or complete it as per
Yes.
the guidelines.
Good example. So a mechanical person or a instrumentation person, who came for that activity, but he's been treating as a production engineer or as a chemist, or he's been keeping him as a spare. Or other personal interest will be maybe promotions, even sometimes salaries also. some kind of interest. Even sometimes, as you mentioned, best example will be where you are interested, but the management is forcing you to work on some other areas. Okay, great. Yeah. What is next one? Remuneration of people. So the amount of and methods of payment should be just fair and satisfactory to both employees and employers. So definitely it will not happen, I'm sure. But somehow the management should not keep the below the basic standards. So there are the minimum wages or living wages. So definitely nowadays most of the organizations, they are paying living wages. It is nothing but more than the minimum wages. How the governments will decide, like unskilled, skilled, semi-skilled, and high skilled. So living wage always above the minimum wages. So satisfactory in the sense it is in between person to person. Somebody is satisfied with their basic needs and somebody will not satisfy. But whenever they are not satisfied, definitely the employer will take the other guy and the employee will choose other boss or other organization. Then next principle, centralization. So here it is to
just sir, in this case, remuneration of personnel mein who is employer?
Employer in the sense organization, company.
Okay, but for organization remuneration means?
Remuneration of personal in the sense it is talking about the salaries to the employees.
Okay, that it was mentioned as satisfactory to both employees and employers. Suppose for people,
employees and employer. So employer means what? Organization. For example, a organization need a safety officer, 30,000 salary per month. Even the same employee also looking for the same salary. Here, both are satisfied. In other case, an employee is not satisfying with the 30,000 salary, he will choose another employer.
Okay.
Or if the employer is, maybe looking for somehow 25,000, or a very skilled employee with the same salary, he may choose another employee.
Okay, this is in the sense of what organization pays to their employees, both has to be satisfied as a.
Yes.
Okay, right. Okay, understood, right.
Yeah. Then centralization to decrease subordinates' role is centralization, and to increase it is decentralization. So any examples, any idea? Centralization and decentralization. For example, Kaizen. Is it centralization activity or decentralization activity? Anybody knows? Kaizen means? Kaizen, okay.
This is the Japanese technique, na Kaizen.
Yeah. Where it will fit? It will fit in centralization principle or decentralization principle?
It is a most of it is in a production planning, production department, Kaizen.
No, it can be implemented anywhere. It is not only production, we can implement in even maintenance, safety also we can do Kaizens. It is not, binding to any specific department. It is a kind of an improvement tool or the activity or method. So here the thing is, if we say centralization,
maybe this is a technique used in Six Sigma system for the making the manufacturing